Hi, I'm Barry, and welcome to Pathfinder Campus GPT series. This series is designed to help you practice career development skills and strategies. If you're here, you're probably standing at a crossroads, maybe between careers, rethinking your path, planning a career when you graduate, or just looking for some clarity in a noisy world. In any case, starting or changing a career, it can sometimes feel like you don't have the skills and abilities you need. I'm thinking about a time earlier in my career when I was between jobs. I can remember wondering if I'd made the right choice. And then, even if I'd made the choice myself at all, I wondered if my skills in the previous position were going to be helpful to me as I moved forward, or whether I was going to be destined to start all over again. Wherever you are, I want to start by saying you're not starting from scratch. Over the years, you've built up a wealth of skills and abilities. We're going to build on that. This slow journey is designed to help you reconnect with your strengths, your motivation, and help point you towards your direction. You'll be using an AI tool that's designed to help you stimulate ideas and increase your understanding. Before we start, I suggest you click the link in the video's description and access the JS Interest Explorer GPT. This will allow you to follow along in real time. You can pause the video at any time in the process. When you log into ChatGPT, it will ask you to sign into your account. If you don't have an account already, it will ask you to set one up. You don't need a paid account. The free account is just fine for now. There's also a universal prompt on our website at pathfindercampus.ca if you want to use some other large language model. The Interest Explorer GPT is built to help you discover what truly energizes and guides you. It won't tell you what to do, but it will help you hear yourself more clearly. By the end of this exercise, you'll have a short personal profile, career paths to explore, and most importantly, more clarity and confidence. Before we start, I want to introduce you to a framework called Ikigai. It's a Japanese concept that translates to a reason for being. Finding a fulfilling career requires balancing four distinct areas. These four pillars are what you love, your personal passions and your interests, what you're good at, your skills and natural talents, the many experiences you've already had in life and at work, what the world needs, the problems you solve, or the value that you provide to other people, and what can be paid for, the economic viability of all of your skills and abilities. What we're seeking is at what's the intersection of all four. Many people settle for just one or two overlaps. For example, a job that pays well but feels empty, or a hobby they love but they can't monetize. Our goal with the reflective questions is to help you move closer to the center where your passion, mission, vocation, and profession all align. When you plan your future, you want more than just a job title or activity. You want to find something at the intersection of all four pillars. That's why we focus on flow states and energy. They're your best indicators of where you can center yourself most effectively. Let's get started, and welcome to step one. We're starting with a question about flow, those times when you get absorbed in an activity where you completely lose track of all time. The GPT will prompt you with a question. Can you describe a time when you were so immersed in an activity you lost all track of time? This question reveals your natural engagement zones, activities where your attention, creativity, and skills all align. Pause here. Take time to respond to this question and reflect on the insights your response generates before moving to step two. Step two is energy in, energy out. So let's talk about energy. When you finish a task, do you feel charged up or are you completely drained? The GPT will prompt you to answer a second question. What kind of activities leave you feeling energized or alive, like you want to do more of it? And what kind of tasks or activities leave you feeling drained or bored and empty? This step helps identify your energy drivers and the things that wear you down. The GPT helps surface what to move toward in your career and where to set some boundaries. Pause and write down what stands out. Step three is curiosity clues. Now let's explore curiosity. What do you research or fall into online just because you want to? The GPT will prompt you to answer what topics consistently grab your attention when you're online or choosing what to learn. Your curiosity is a signal. It often points towards roles or causes you'd be willing to go deep into. Reflect with the GPT and jot down insights. And then let's move forward. Step four deals with impact and purpose. Consider what sort of change you want to be a part of. Where can you make a difference? How can you reach for something that's meaningful to you? This is where values and work intersect. Your answers here help you align your career with a sense of purpose. The next question is what kind of impact would feel meaningful for you to make? What problems are you pulled to solve? Use the GPT to reflect. Are there words or phrases that echo across previous steps in this exercise? In step five, we examine your ideal work environment. Let's talk about the type of environment that supports your best work. The GPT will ask you to consider when you're at your best, making progress, feeling focused, what kind of environment are you in? Think about the pace, the structure, the people, the energy. The GPT will help you articulate the settings that support your best contributions. Take a moment to reflect, and then we'll bring it all together. Now it's time for synthesis and summary. You've reflected deeply with this exercise, and now it's time to ask the GPT to synthesize your insights. In the reply box below of the GPT, type the following prompt asking, can you summarize my core motivations, my flow activities, my energy patterns, the ideal environment, and suggest some directions based on my answers? As you read your summary, highlight what resonates, adjust anything that feels a little off. Notice the repeated themes, they matter. This isn't a definitive answer, it's simply a direction worth exploring. Let's bring all this home with next steps. You now have a career compass, your unique mix of energy, curiosity, purpose, and working style. So what's next? Well, here are three useful experiments you might want to try. Conduct an informational interview in one of your suggested fields of interest. There's a JS informational interview coach in our library that will coach you through the process of conducting an information interview with an industry leader. Or start a mini project or volunteer opportunity aligned with your interest. Or perhaps pick one course or book to deepen a new skill. And remember, you do not have to take this journey alone. At Pathfinder Campus, our coaches and mentors are just a click or two away, and our community of like minded individuals engaged in their own journeys is always ready to offer ideas and help. Want to keep exploring with other GPT tools? In addition to the information interview coach just mentioned, you might want to try some of these other GPTs from our library of GPTs at Pathfinder Campus. There's the JS Strengths Identifier to name your core strengths. There's a JS Skills Gap Analyzer to spot areas for growth. And there's the JS Career Path Planner to explore new directions. And remember, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from a wealth of experience. Thank you for being here. You're already moving forward, and your future is well within your grasp.